Besties, we are in the parking lot. We are going to film like this today just because it's been one of those days, let alone weekends. So if you want to get into this video, clearly by the thumbnail, we're going to talk a little bit about seasonal depression. I'm going to give you some simple tips what I've been doing. If you are somebody who struggles with depression, it does not matter. I'm not one to judge you. I am the last one, and anybody else who otherwise who does not understand your mental health does not give them the right to judge you, even if it's with anxiety. But a couple things I just want to share with you, a few tips that have really been helping with me. And I'm going to show you guys my new matcha order because I didn't even know that this existed. My cousin put me on, and she just recently lost about 35 pounds in like less than 3 months. So proud of her. If you want to know more about that, definitely drop me down a comment down below. But let's get into today's video. First things first, we got the Starbies. We just picked it up. So fire. I just tasted a sip of it and I'm like, oh my gosh. Good thing I just got it right now too, because like I have to I'm gonna get my brows done, but I wanted to film something for you guys, and I have some other stuff I'm filming. I just haven't had the time. Oh, I got the wrong straw, but whatever. I got the short one. But I got some gift cards for the ladies who do my brows and do my tinting, and I bought them chocolates, so I was just gonna give them like a little thank you. Usually I put a card and everything, but like it's just been so chaotic and frantic lately. And then too, like just my mental health, my depression. I've had so many more episodes this season. I don't know what it is, but let's get into it. Let's talk about it. So we do this with no dairy. That is how I ordered it. It's literally matcha on water with 3 Splendas. I think you can put green tea in it too, but it's really good. Like, it's really good. I like ice though too. I know it's like cold outside. We should be having like something warm, but I'm not a big coffee drinker. Maybe like when I'm 50 I'll drink coffee, but I just don't like coffee. I'm just one of those girls that's just not into it. So yeah, this is my order. This is what we're gonna sip on while we're talking about this. Oh, first things first, let's be real. There's so many triggers when it comes to this topic, but one thing for me, let's be real, you guys, I'm married, I have a family, I have a child, I have an active child. I don't have the best relationship when it comes to my extended family. So sometimes I could feel really like foggy, and I feel really like closed in. And sometimes I feel like I want to shut down. I'm sure you feel like that too, right? You just like, you don't want to go to work. You don't want to go to the gym. You don't even want to make yourself breakfast in the morning. You just want to stay in bed, but it's like you have things to do. Like life still goes on and we have to work through it. So how do we do that? Especially me, like when I did struggle with depression, early ages in my 20s, even before like I got married and stuff and settled down, I would stay in bed for hours. I wouldn't even start my day sometimes till like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And I do have done that at times at the house, but it's gotten a lot better through the years. So what's one of the first things that we do is we make ourselves look presentable. And you're probably just like, bitch, I don't feel like doing my hair and makeup. I know, I don't either. But it does help your mood. It does help to, I'm not just saying to like who you can encounter or whatnot. Like I was raised too in a time. I know a lot of this generation is not like that, but like my mom did not let us go outside in our pajamas. We had to be dressed up, put together. Like you didn't know what can come your way. Meaning like more so like business or school, any type of opportunity. I've gotten job offers when I'm really, really well put together. And I've actually still gotten offers now. It could be simple, you guys. You don't have to do much. Like you guys see on TikTok. We see it all the time on TikTok, right? We see all these like tracksuits. So simple, like that come together for like 20 bucks. Putting something like that on, you don't even have to put makeup on and feel better. But like even just your skin, combing your hair, basic dental hygiene, like getting yourself together. Like sometimes I'll be honest, you guys, I only wear makeup maybe twice a week if I'm lucky. But when I put on a little bit of like my CoverGirl, a little bit of blush, like today, these are just like some old curls, brushed them out, like put an outfit on. I'm actually wearing some TikTok leggings, the OQQs. I actually feel put together. I feel good. It's like, I'm just going to go run some errands. I'm filming some content today for you guys. And I feel like it's like working towards getting something done. So number one is always going to be, get yourself together in whatever aspect that is that makes you feel comfortable. Okay, but I'll be honest, a little bit of makeup for me, and if my hair's done, I don't know how to act. Be real. Number 2, we see this all the time, easier said than done, but I need you to move your body. Move your body. Movement is medicine. You have no idea. I'll be honest, you guys, if you don't know this too, I am a bodybuilder. I love bodybuilding. I love what the gym is to me. It's so much deeper than getting into shape and cutting fat and building your body and just building a physique. And it's just been a wonderful journey. But you know, if you're not into that, that's fine. There's Pilates, there's yoga, there's Legree, there's dancing, there's pole dancing, there's Oh my gosh, there's track. Like, you guys, it's simple things. Like in my neighborhood too, like I have some hills in my neighborhood. Sometimes I put on the weight vest. Like last weekend, I missed the gym on Sunday. I slept in. And I was like, it's such a nice day outside. And I felt my mental was kind of heavy. Like my heart felt heavy. And sun is so therapeutic. It is medicine. Vitamin D, natural vitamin D. The government does not want you to be about the vitamin D, okay? And I'm telling you right now, the sun is so important. Why do you think the suicide is so high in the East Coast, in certain states, in certain countries? We won't even say certain continents. Take advantage of it. So I was like, you know what? I didn't work out. I didn't go to the gym to do my usual protocol. So what did I do? I went outside. I did on a 3-mile, I did a 1 hour pretty much like cardio session, uphill, incline, all that. And it was about over 3 miles. And I felt so good afterwards. And then my husband surprised me with like sandwiches, but it felt good. Like, and it was what I needed, And if you're not into that, like I said, I don't care what it is. I don't care if you got to buy that, what is it? That walking treadmill, like on TikTok, get your steps in, whatever it is that you have to do to move your body. You guys, 20 to 30 minutes a day is gold. 45 to an hour, superior. So just, you guys, that can go a long way. It really does help. It releases the endorphins just naturally. Hell, go walk around the mall. I don't care. Just walk around, move your body. Number three is breaking the norm for me. So, we all get caught up so much with routine, right? Routine, it's like school, work, or family and work, and kitchen, chores, senora duties for me, it's like always a vicious cycle. For me, like I'm a mom, it's like kids practices, homework, whatever. I found it, I said to myself, just because I know my triggers and I know what my depression hits for me, and it's more so around the holidays. For me, I know for a fact, even with the therapy that I've sought, it's like remembering what I used to experience when I was a child. I had this magic as a kid. You see what your parents did in bringing the Christmas magic to life, right? And it's like you now have to do that with your children. That's where I'm at. If you're single and all this, obviously this doesn't apply to you. I'm talking from my standpoint. But what I did learn in the whole process of it is changing the routine. And you're probably like, what does that mean? So like recently, about a few days ago, my girlfriend and I, she's a single mom actually, and she wanted to go to the Winterfest. It's in Orange County. It's pretty much like a fair, but it's like all Christmas theme. And usually stuff like that, I'm like so strategic. Like I got to go earlier in the month, or people go on the weekends because that's when they're off. So I was like, you know what? It was a Thursday, I remember. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do X, Y, and Z. My son finished his school, and I'm like, after his school, we just jammed. We only had about 4 hours to be at the park, but it was the adventure, and it was the unexpected, and it was the unplanned. It really does help shift my mood. So if you're somebody, say you go to the gym after you get off work, we'll give you a simple, after you get off work, maybe there's a few days after that, instead of doing the gym, maybe going to visit a friend, maybe going out to dinner and visiting somebody. Maybe it's actually doing something for you. You're like, I want to go to the mall and go shopping, or whatever it is. You want to go hiking. Doing it unplanned, where it's really not expected. That has been a big game changer, and I'm fully aware of it. But it was cool because like it was something so unexpected. Like he had no idea. He was just like, oh, we're gonna go on a Thursday, like right after school, and he got out of school at 6 p.m. I'm like, yeah, we're just gonna go. We didn't even get to the park till like 7:45 and made it work. And we actually did everything within about 2.5 hours. And mind you, we got less than 4 hours to do everything. So I was extremely pleased and happy with the results. So change up the routine. It will help you in whatever aspect that is. Maybe there's certain days you like to call off work, especially with your PTO. Maybe you're like, I'm going to burn a Friday, burn a Tuesday. Do something productive and different for yourself. It doesn't matter. Change up the routine. This one is not going to be everybody's favorite, and I get it. But how sometimes like when you're in a funk, you're just like, I'm going to eat whatever. I'm going to order a pizza. I'm going to go get Chipotle. I'm just going to drive through and get Taco Bell, whatever the case is. I noticed when I ate crappy, it affected my mood even worse. So let's be real. When you're like depressed, sometimes you don't even want to eat, or certain things that you enjoy just don't even taste good, right? Like I even told my partner, I was like, oh, I'm craving this type of, I think it was like a Cinnabon or something. And it did not hit. It didn't even taste good. It didn't even do anything for me. And I'm just like that was a waste of calories. You know what I mean? But what I did notice in the mix of it, and I'm older, you guys, I would implement more. If I know I'm down, to eat more enriched whole foods. So for me, like I love chicken Caesar salads. I love my breakfast and avocado toast, and it's a great fat for your brain. I ate more enriched food, even if it was an odd part of the day. So like there was a time recently, like about a week ago, it was like I didn't even eat breakfast. My first meal was like at 1:30. I don't recommend that, especially if you're bodybuilding. And I was just really in a mood, and I had like a loaded like chicken Caesar salad. I made it from home. I used my low calorie boathouse dressing. If you want to see some of the foods I eat and how I eat them, I'd be more than happy to film some content with you with that. And I had it with like two yolk eggs. And I know that's like so random, but it was actually fulfilling. And for me, it's like, I know this is earthly food that's good for my body, but it's good for my brain. You know what I mean? And your brain will feed off of that. Have there been times when I've given to like mini binges, like I'm just gonna dig DoorDash, Wingstop, whatever, so be it. Also another thing too for clean, and then also like if you are trying to be mindful, like sushi, you can never go wrong with sushi. It's like a dirty cheat, especially if you're into bodybuilding like me. So I would just order like a couple sushi rolls, and like that'll be that. It was kind of bland, it didn't hit, but I'm just like, it's seafood, so what? But the point is, I would eat more earthly foods, you know, more whole foods. And sometimes I'm just like, even if you don't feel like eating, like get a smoothie, a protein smoothie with your favorite fruit. Mangoes are really great if you struggle with any type of anxiety. Also, mangoes are so good. Pineapple is really great for inflammation. You guys, the medicine is right here on earth. You don't have to go to the doctor. You don't have to medicate yourself. Like, take advantage of the natural resources that you do have, you know? So I would just incorporate, if you're like, I'm not feeling it, eat what's good for the body and the brain. And then one of my last tips, you could take this however you like, but I think it's good to also take a step back and be mindful of what you're consuming. Look at your content, look at your followers. Like, let's be real, we're all on social media. I went through a purge recently on my Instagram, and I was like, who's really not interacting with me? Or if you feel any type of trigger with somebody, it can even be a relative. I don't give a shit. Don't follow it. Don't consume it. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, are those people checking in on your mental health? Do they really care about how you feel? They don't, because at the end of the day, we have to fend for ourselves. We have to make ourselves feel better, you know? So for me, I don't care. I used to get this comment from like this older man, just like, why do you deactivate Instagram from time to time? Because Instagram to me is negative. Instagram to me doesn't always hit. I love TikTok because you could post something on TikTok and it literally like connects you with your community. And I love that. It's like people from all aspects of the world. Like seriously, I have people from like Indonesia, New York, Jersey I talk to often. It's like nowhere near me. And it's just like, I love your content. I felt what you said about losing the Christmas spirit or whatever the case is. It's so like liberating to me. So be mindful of what you consume. Even sometimes in your own friendship circle, like, is there somebody that triggers you? You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter. Maybe certain relatives too, they like to antagonize and push your buttons during the holidays. Well, you know what? Mute their freaking number. Mute their messages so they come through. Don't get that alert right away, because what does that do? It just sends that like fight or flight in your body. So for what? What are you getting out of it? Nothing. It's just triggering you more than anything, right? So just be mindful. Be mindful of that. I think it's good to also take a little moment to take a step back, self-reflect, whatever it is. Maybe even overconsume too, helping a girlfriend. I mean, I got one time, one of my girlfriends, she was just in this hole of a situation. It's like, I did my part to help her, but it's like, she's not going to help herself. I had to take my step back and I had to just let her be. You know, like, you can't be everybody's Captain Save-A-Ho. No, like, you can't always be in the superhero cape. You can't do it. You need to take care of yourself and you need to be selfish. Even for me sometimes as a mother, I just need to take a step back. Sometimes I'm like, you know what, Papa, I love you, but mommy can't do that today. We're going to do something else. Or we're going to change up the dynamic in the household. Or we're not even going to do school today. We're not going to do school. We're just going to go to the park and we're going to take a breather and we're going to go get some food. Like, you just have to do that. And I'm big also when it comes to my child's mental health. You know, because it's about, for me, like, I came from trauma. I came from a lot of dismiss. I came from struggle with abandonment. I have my own issues. So I don't want to project that onto my child. And I for sure want to create a safe space for my child. So what am I doing right now? It's like you're healing your inner child with your actual child. It's hard. It's hard. If you don't got to do it, don't do that right now. But just be mindful of that more than anything. I had to turn off the camera because it was getting a little too hot, because I was like, oh, sorry, I'm running a little too much. Sorry. But anyways, hopefully you guys can see everything. The lighting's okay. I actually have some sun coming. I was like, all right, I got some natural lighting finally. I know it's been kind of gloomy, but I've been out and about and I felt like I was really in my thoughts, and I was like, you know, let me just whip out the camera and just give it to you nice and raw. Like, this is exactly what it is and how I'm feeling, because I feel like we always look for like Like, what is it? Like, what cures depression? You know what I mean? And it's just, I feel like, I'll be honest, I think a good part of the world, I'm gonna say about 80% of the world is depressed. It's just people don't want to talk about it, right? And I think these are the most healthiest, most transparent tips that you could do to really help yourself. You know, they've helped me. Do I have moments where I'm just broken? Yes. And you know, sometimes you just have to go through the emotion. It's okay. Like, there's been times I've been at the gym and I could be lifting and I'll just start crying. Like, my can't help the tears that fall down. You know, and that's like my vulnerable place. Like, that's like literally like I say my teammates because like it's the most dysfunctional family that I love, but it's like they've seen me broken. They see me starving my body to get to a certain weight for the stage. They've seen me at my lowest, and it's like, it's a place where I feel like I could be safe, you know, for me. So whatever that safe space is for you, let it be. You're human. You're human. It's okay. You shouldn't have to justify that to anybody. Even to this day, you guys, I can't even talk to my own mother about certain things just because she just does not understand. And you know what? That's okay. We don't get to choose our parents. But you know what? We do get to choose how we move and heal and move forward in this life. So hopefully today, this video gave a little bit of inspo. If you could just sit there across from me and you're just like, you know what, Adria, I feel you. Like, I feel you. Like, I'm in the same boat. It's okay. But you know what? There's better days to come. You see, eventually the sun comes out, right? And it shines. It's the same thing for us. The light's going to come for us when it's supposed to. But in the meantime, we just got to work through it. And as one of my coaches used to say, you know what? You can never let a bad day like pretty much determine everything about you. Because it's a character building day. So sometimes we have to go through that to help build our character to get to the next level. So until the next video, you guys, hopefully you guys enjoy it. Push through. You know, you've been doing a really great job, especially if you're struggling with anything, especially when it comes to your mental health. I'm proud of you. Be proud of yourself. Give yourself grace and just know it's going to be okay. But until the next one, you guys, I will catch you on the next video.